Welcome to Lesson 4, A Primer to Better Disclosure. Today, we're focused on cross-functional practices. We'll be covering, number 1, consistent observations of how most contracts and disclosures are designed today. Number 2, a different, more effective way to design contracts and disclosures. Number 3, specific practices that can enable more effective ways of working. And number 4, common challenges you're likely to face in your attempt to design disclosures better. All right, let's begin with a simple story. You've spent months working on a major feature. You're tired. You're getting close to deploying. Everyone's excited because the research strongly suggests this is going to have a really positive impact for your customers. Then, disaster strikes. Legal pushes back. How do you feel now? Yes, this is from the perspective of a designer, a marketer, a product manager, or someone else outside of risk, governance, and legal, but it's an all too common occurrence. Far too often, product teams have different incentives to legal teams. This causes conflict. There's outcome misalignment. The ways of working are wrought with friction and frustration. The result? A boilerplate click wrap or scroll wrap contract is implemented. Some cool and potentially useful functions can't be released, they're not supported. You get the picture. Surely, you're asking, there has to be a better way. Over the years, we've been putting a better way to work. We've helped design cross-functional teams that are actually working towards aligned goals. The good news is, this can be the case for you and for other teams all around the world. It starts with clear outcomes. After all, customer value is the goal. Then you build the team. Researcher, designer, lawyer, marketer, copywriter, software engineer, product manager. This composition has everything it needs to design, test, optimize, and implement a contract or disclosure experience that positively contributes to the overall CX. This team has the potential to design T&Cs that your customers love. This team composition, supported by ways of working that are empirically focused, use the evidence kit to establish your best guess and then quickly test. Rapid prototyping, that's absolutely normal. And by working in small, highly collaborative groups, you're able to bring the best of different skills and perspectives into a coherent workflow. Let's start with the simple stuff. Readability analysis. This is your low-hanging fruit. Remember, in previous lessons we've discussed the US financial services study that called out the notion that consumers believed easier to understand terms and conditions were the number one thing that would restore their trust in companies. Make this a reality. Aim for grade 5 readability as a stretch goal. Grade 7, it's probably good enough. Follow this with pairing or tripling. This brings together different practitioners like a data protection person, a lawyer, and a designer. They sit, stand, or, as is probably likely the case now, work together virtually. They co-design an experience together in real time. This tightens feedback cycles and it helps get to higher quality output that's going to pass the test faster. Specifically, this helps you rapidly prototype and prepare for your testing activities. You can support this with the whole team by engaging in consequence scanning. This will enable you to feed in diverse perspectives and consider how what you're designing might impact folks out there in the real world. Better yet, invite a few customers and other relevant stakeholders into the workshop process. The more diverse the inputs, the better view you'll have of the potential consequences. All of this needs to be guided by clear metrics. What outcomes are you actually designing for? Is it a quick yes or an informed decision? These metrics really matter. They will guide how you design and how you test. These metrics can feature in all activities that you and the team engage in. Prioritize high comprehension, low time to comprehension, and an attitudinal assertion that enables you to understand how good people feel about agreeing to the terms that you've designed. Think of this as propensity to sign or agree. You bring all of this together with simple and cost-effective research programs. These are first and foremost outcome-focused usability research sessions. This gives you some proxy quantitative and behavioral data. You support this with contextual inquiry. And this is going to give you a deeper understanding of qualitative and attitudinal factors. Together, these approaches provide a strong picture for how effectively your disclosure performs, given the context of use, mobile device, desktop, whilst on the move, and against the key metrics that you're prioritizing. It's important to note that you will encounter challenges and pushback, but these challenges, the pushback, they're not insurmountable. You can overcome them by working together in your cross-functional team that consists of a researcher, a designer, a lawyer, a marketer, a copywriter, a software engineer, and a product manager. You can overcome these challenges by working more effectively and bringing to life the practices of readability analysis, pairing, consequence scanning, clear customer focus metrics, and well-designed research.